What's up, you guys? This is Jayden Young back with another video, and in this video, if you saw the title, did you know that I'm going to be talking about my NoFap and going through my flatline. This is like week 6. I don't even keep count of the weeks that I even do NoFap, but I believe this is now week 6 of doing it, so that's what I'm going to go with. And I'm going to be really completely honest, I made a video not too long ago on my channel discussing the flatline that I went through on NoFap and how, I was just recovering because I'm not gonna lie, man, I wasn't passionate about working out. I wasn't passionate about making videos. I wasn't passionate about learning things. I wasn't passionate about my other channels and writing and all these other things I'm doing because my time was just, I felt like I was just miserable for a while. And of course, that was my mindset. So of course, my mindset really wasn't as great. But not only my mindset wasn't great, it's just physically wise. I didn't have really all the energy to do the things I want to do. And mentally, I was clocked out. I didn't have any energy to put any effort towards the things that I wanted to do. And when I did make some of my videos, they weren't at the level of course, that I would want them to be at, especially with the ideas and things that I would like to come up with sometimes. But, when you're going through that process of that flat line, it's a very tough journey. Let's be real. Because, when you're going through that flat line, especially in your first run of doing NoFap, your brain is basically, it's not getting what it wants. Those dopamine, dopamine, it's a reward system. And when you're constantly watching porn and stuff like that, it is it's a reward system. And for me, of course, I was kind of giving myself the leeway to do it, and obviously kind of went a little too far in a way. And it made me really understand that, now being on my streak again, on how powerful of addiction that, porn can really be on you. And it's a very strong one. And, especially now doing it more so, I've become more dependent in a way on my girlfriend and my relationship, I guess. And that's something obviously as well that I have to work on constantly improving and getting better at, because when you're not able to obviously give yourself self-pleasure, you look into other people sometimes. And, with being in my relationship, it hasn't really impacted that anything in a bad way or anything like that, nothing at all. But just more so learning to control that energy and still use it towards the other things in my life that matter, like, working on my YouTube channel or writing and stuff like that, and exercising. Things that also really I put in a high regard, and obviously getting my life together. But when you're going through that flat line on a NoFap, like I said before, your brain is pretty much, you're going to be depressed. It's gonna happen because your brain is not getting what it wants. And because of this, man, it's going to basically, it's like what anybody goes through when they're going through an addiction. Your brain uses, it gets a reward from doing all of these pleasurable things. And that's the reward system that your brain has. I can't really explain it in a very scientific research way, but I'm just knowing from my own knowledge that your mind is programmed to do this certain thing, and when you constantly say no to that, then yes, eventually you're gonna become depressed because you're not getting that thing, that hit, that instant gratification that you want to. And that's why with NoFap, of course, it's about delaying your gratification. And for me right now, it's been back on that journey because I feel those urges still come here and there of, wanting to do it. But I always have to understand and, of course, look at, the cons of doing it. And, of course, I would look on YouTube and I see all these people talking about, why you should do it and things like that. But I know my purpose and the reason why as well I want to do that, to not do it. So that's what really is something that's really helping me. Also, another really advice is, a lot of people say distract yourself and do a lot of things to keep your mind off of it. And of course, yes, you should keep yourself busy, but I'm kind of in the thought process of you should actually sit with those feelings you get, those urges, because they're gonna naturally just come, and you should sit with them alone and really just let them come by. And I feel like because if you distract yourself, you're not actually in power of it. You are not being fully in control. And by distracting yourself constantly by doing things after things, when you're in that room alone, and when that finally time comes, it's going to be a much more odds that you possibly give in. You have to learn to just sit alone and really just let those things come. Meditate. just breathe in, breathe out, do things, of course, that can let it go. But it's also about really letting it sit and just understanding it. And for me, that's just how I feel about it. Understanding those urges that you get and really putting, of course, that energy and effort into things that truly matter. But, going through this journey, man, I feel a lot more better, much more rejuvenated because, like I said before a while, man, I felt depressed. I felt miserable because I wasn't giving my brain and my body what it wanted. And I was rejecting it. It was delaying gratification. And now because of it, I feel a lot better. And I feel like, of course, I did NoFap before, for 2 years, and me now doing it again. It feels like, after doing it before and my mind already, being so used to that type of realm or whatever you want to call it, the results, in a way, they've come a lot quicker because, I've still been putting in the work on myself and that stuff. So I feel like the results have come quicker because of that. But that's one thing you always have to take into account, man, that you need to put in the work first, obviously. NoFap is a great foundational tool for you to use for your development and your growth, but it's you actually putting in the work. You're not really going to gain all these superpowers that you hear and stuff. It's about you genuinely putting in that work and that energy and effort into yourself. And what comes with that are the rewards that you gain from holding into your seed, from not watching porn, from doing these things that are actually benefiting your life. So look, man, this is just my opinion. This is something that's definitely helped me out, and I hope that it can help you out as well on your journey of doing NoFap. And let me know in the comment section below how long you've been doing NoFap now for. I know some people who've done that for a really long time, and I really look up to those people because that's very impressive and very, very it's a goal. But I hope you guys don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day. Get up and grind, man. Peace.